Now we're going to the wonderful, the phenomenal OMMM organization. They're going to share beautiful, beautiful, kind, loving, caring, wonderful, super magnificent things and people.
Thank you, Paul. Namaste, New York City. The light in me sees the light in all of you. Welcoming everyone here in the audience live in Times Square and our global family who is watching from around the world. I am your host, Yogini Jaima, and it is my honor to present this OM presentation with you all today and its message, Peace Starts Within. OM. It's an invitation to remember who you are, and in that remembrance, the interconnectedness of all things. It is a movement of awakening with a global network of growing leaders, artists, scientists, government officials, indigenous elders, and spiritual visionaries committed to inspiring connection and creating a harmonious, regenerative future. As an ambassador, I've seen the ripple effect of this work. From London to New York, from Portugal to the Amazon rainforest, it's inspiring to witness how when peace is made our goal, it can make a real impact on our communities and on this planet. When we hear the word peace, we often imagine that it's something far away, a world without conflict, a society in harmony. But peace doesn't begin out there. Peace begins right here, within. Peace is not only the absence of struggle, it's the presence of balance and harmony. At times it feels like joy or calm. At other times it's the quiet strength that carries us through difficulty. To be at peace is not to escape hardship, but to meet it with clarity, compassion, and resilience. So how do we create peace within so that we can move outward? We find peace through caring for this body and mind so that we can remain steady with life's challenges. We deepen peace through spirituality, reconnecting with the sacred within us. We live peace through our daily choices, what we eat, how we treat others, and how we spend our time. We experience peace through music and sound, which opens the heart, dissolves barriers, and unites us. We build a future of peace through children's education, teaching them kindness and mutual respect, listening to them, supporting their creativity, and encouraging them so that peace can take root for generations to come. We establish peace through ecology and care for the earth, remembering that when this planet thrives, so do we. In these ways, education, ecology, health, spirituality, lifestyle, and music, we cultivate peace within. And when we do, it begins to ripple outward. And the way that we speak, act, and connect with others begins to transform this world. On this Peace Day, let us remember that peace is not something that we wait for. It's something that we embody. It flows through you, it flows through me, and it is brought to life here today by the voices, the creativity, and the dedication of our speakers and performers. May their sharing uplift us, inspire us, and remind us that when we choose peace, we become the light that carries it into this world. Now let us begin with someone who is an embodiment of peace and has made it a way of being. She's made an impact on millions of people from around the world. Yogmata Keiko Aikawa, who has traveled all the way from Tokyo to be with us here today.
Yogmata Keiko Aikawa is the first female and non-Indian Himalayan master, and only great Himalayan master to appear in public to this day. In 1984, she met Pilot Baba, a great Himalayan master who came to Japan and invited her to practice in the Himalayas. She underwent life-threatening ascetic practice in an unexplored Himalayan region at an altitude of 5,000 to 6,000 meters, where the oxygen is thin and the temperature is extremely cold, and became the first woman in history to reach samadhi, the ultimate stage of yoga and meditation. From 1991 to 2007, she held a total of 18 public samadhis in various parts of India to demonstrate world peace and truth, a feat that earned her the respect of all of India. Currently based in Japan, she visits many countries around the world to teach the essential way of life and meditation, and holds enlightenment retreats in Tokyo. In June 2023, she was invited to the International Yoga Day ceremony at the UN headquarters and bestowed upon Indian Prime Minister Modi the blessings of the Himalayan saint. At the Kumbh Mela, India's largest spiritual festival in January-February 2025, which is expected to draw more than 100 million people, Yogmata, despite being a foreigner, will lead a procession of saints as the highest leader of the Indian spiritual world and the only great Himalayan master, and will also open a huge tent to bless visitors from around the world. She also undertakes many charitable activities in India and Nepal. Yogmata's activities are solely for the World Peace Campaign.
Let us welcome Yogmata Ji. Hajimimashite, Yogmata Ji. Kite kurete arigatou gozaimasu.
Namo Namarae. I am Yogmata Keiko Aikawa. I come from Tokyo and Japan. So I went to Himalaya, deep Himalaya, to the long time, 7 years, to the meditate, to the, I want to know the truth. Who am I? So now quality is peace and love and power. So Himalayan saint, 5,000 years already they know, find out truth by deep meditation. They find meditation. Now people want to do to meditate, that spread out world. For inner peace, we need to meditate. Meditation make peace in our body and mind. A great teaching. So I am teaching. I got power through the meditation to transcend people, mind and body purification. So you are a very good quality inside to peace and love. So you forget who am I. So please remember, and you can change your mind to become peace and love. The great personality, you are great personality, just a busy life, but on the morning, evening, you remember through yourself and contact through yourself, love other, everything thanks, appreciate. If you have a problem, that is for study. It is not bad to understanding yourself and the world. World, we come, why coming? For develop consciousness. We have a consciousness. We are not mind. We are not a body. We are deep side true self that connect that yourself. Himalayan teaching for guiding to the realization who you are. That's starting from 5,000 years before. Now to the, they say quantum field, to our energy, subtle energy. The ocean is big, to ocean to upper side is too much wave, too noisy wave, but the deep side is a peace, peace. So you contact a peace, then your peace spread out world. So that's Himalayan saint to aware. I become Himalayan saint. That's very much unusual. But I'm as a woman. First, I went deep meditation, and Buddha is come from India. So Japan, too much Buddhist and meditation is spread out. So now people want to know the truth and too much material, beautiful world, but don't forget yourself. So today I got to speak this chance to this stage from New York, advanced city, and people exciting, too much talent people gathering. So need to harmonize and reset to your great personality. Just not spending energy to stalking, recharging, to everything silence, 1 minute, 5 minutes necessary. We have inside sound and light. Today I am with you to the sound meditation I want to guide. And we have 5 elements. This is for, and we are world, universe is 5 elements. Now our body also, earth energy, and water energy, and fire energy, and wind energy, and sky energy. That's a purification. If you purificate, that spread out your pure vibration, spread the world. You can chance to make world of peace. Just I pray to the may the earth be at peace. May the water energy be at peace. May the fire energy be at peace. May the wind energy be at peace. May the sky energy be at peace. That's the 5 elements you inside of you level and to the we are with that making to the that's Sanskrit word to the tamas energy, rajas energy. Tamas is darkness energy, rajas energy is active energy, and sattva energy, that's pure energy. You become sattva energy, lighter energy, and to love energy, that your suffering go away, and you are become kindness. You develop kindness and develop your lovingness and good relationship, respect each other, and not judging other, and harmonize, world become harmonized, each other respect, appreciate, thank you very much, mind. You are purified, and Himalayan teaching is using a mantra and prana, and Himalayan saint got anugraha, that's blessing, that's higher energy. You have that energy, awake that energy, so you can become great personality. So I am chanting with you. That is U-O-R-A-E. Just I repeat, you repeat, just testing. Ooh, you repeat. Ooh, again. Ooh, again. Ooh, Next is O. Repeat. O. Again. O. Again. O. And listen. Listen. Repeat. Again. The next is I repeat. 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 Next is listen. E. Hi, repeat. E. 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 Listen, I am just everything together. I repeat. Ooh, oh, ah, e. You understand? Then you repeat. Ooh, oh, ah, e. Close your eyes. Ooh, oh, ah, e. Ooh, oh, ah, e. Ooh, oh, ah, Ooh, oh, ah, keep the silence. 1 minute. You are love. You have inside love and develop your love. I send you to your chest to love, to shining light, to your chest, to the ball, shining ball, send to you. That light into your chest and to spread out to the that shining light to whole body, to your full of body, to the love and peace, to the spread out. You are no more suffering. You are powerful. You are peaceful. You are love. And you are too much to the wisdom. You are no more mistake. You love yourself, love other. World become peace. May world be out of peace. May the world be out of peace. May the world be out of peace. You are Shanti, you are peace. You are Shanti, you are peace. You are Shanti, you are peace. You can anything from your heart, any great things, you have a power to create. Anything you can do. To Himalayan saint, many saints is deep Himalaya to pray for peace. Love, people love, sending love. I message from Himalaya to coming here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yoga Mataji. Now we have the wondrous voice and sound of Rachel Singh, a singer-songwriter and sound healer whose work bridges Indian heritage and global traditions. She blends mantra, voice healing, and ancestral wisdom into music that supports transformation and connection, inviting listeners back to their essence and into deeper resonance with the world around them. Through projects like Soul Lingua, The Fifth Empire, and her conscious rave experience, Rave to Ritual, She makes ancient wisdom accessible through sound, community, and movement. Rachel is currently recording her debut album with Vinay Vyas, produced by OMMM. Welcome, Rachel.
The song is called Dragonflies. Woo! Yes. We are going through some very big changes, inwardly and outwardly. And may you take these words just for you to find strength and faith during all these changes. May we transform. Suddenly I see with real eyes, and I realize we're dancing with dragonflies. Hold on to my love. I know it gets hard, but I will sing for you, and I will shed my skin with you. It's the wind of change, she's calling, taking us away from who we've been. It's the wind of change, it's a feeling. Let the storm become our healing. There is one thing that remains the same. There is one thing that always stays. There is one thing that remains the same. There is one thing that doesn't change. Suddenly I see with real eyes, and I dragonflies. Thank you so much. The power of sound and intention, those two create magic. So I'm gonna sing a very powerful mantra for you. This is a power that can cleanse you from any negative thoughts, from any darkness, from your spiritual body and your physical body. So I want us to just take a moment right here, right now, and close your eyes. And just take a deep breath together. And allow these sounds to infuse you with universal power and universal light for yourself and the world as one. Om Bhuva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. We are eternally free. Yeah. We are eternally free. We are eternally free. Yeah. We are eternally free. Om eternally free. Yeah. Sing it for everyone. We are already free. Free. We are eternally free. We are eternally free. We are eternally free. So this is gonna be a release through together with OMMM. It's called Kintsugi. Embracing our darkness so we can find the light within. Broken pieces can be mended with gold. From the shadows, great tales have been told. She ate the apple, believed it was sweet, until she realized it had put her to sleep. Into a waking dream where nothing is what it seems. Silent voices scream. Run, child, run now. Face the sun now. Sing for the moon, dance for the night, hum when the birds rise. Live your life, nothing to hide. All will heal when we look inside. When we look inside, all will heal. Sing with me. All will heal. Just a sentence. All will heal. I want to hear your voices. All will heal. Yes, and believe it when you sing it. Now you. Yes. One more time together. All will heal. When we look inside. Thank you. Find me here. More to come. Album next year. I'm so excited to share it with you.
Thank you, Rachel. We look forward to experiencing your sound and music with OMMM, especially Kintsugi, which is the OMMM anthem right? Yeah, really embodies the message of OM. Thank you. Next, we invite to the stage 4 educators who are going to discuss the importance of conscious education for children. Evan Schwartz is a global leader in education innovation, best known as the founder of Beluga and the Thinkering Collective. With nearly 2 decades of experience, he has built impactful programs across the U.S. and worldwide, earning recognition from X Prize and Meaningful Business 100 for tackling global challenges in education and sustainability. We are excited to announce that Beluga is partnering with OMMM, creating a section within Beluga where OMMM ambassadors provide diverse content focused on supporting the expansion of consciousness in children, empowering them by seeing their visions come to life and encouraging them to be more active participants in the future. Evan. Let's welcome Evan Schwartz. Thank you, Evan. Have a seat. And then we have Divya Alter. Let's welcome Divya Alter. Then you can see them and who they are when we talk about their beautiful embodiments. Divya is a pioneering Ayurvedic chef, teacher, and best-selling author, renowned as the co-founder of Divya's Kitchen, voted one of the top 10 restaurants right here in New York City by Open Table, and for the brand Divya's, which you can find at Whole Foods around the country. With over 35 years of experience in Indian philosophy, yoga, chanting, and Ayurvedic cooking across 3 continents, she has become one of the foremost voices in helping people find joy and nourishment and balance through food. Welcome, Divya.
Thank you.
Next, we have Eric Kusin. Welcome, Eric. A former NHL Chief Revenue Officer and Cornell graduate who turned his own mental health crisis into founding Same Here, the global mental health movement. The initiative unites athletes, educators, and communities worldwide to normalize mental health conversations. He is also co-host of the podcast We're All a Little Crazy with NHL star Theo Fleury. Welcome.
Thank you.
And lastly, Yogi Cameron. Welcome, Yogi. Once a world style icon, he's spent the past 23 years studying and practicing Ayurveda and yogic sciences under esteemed teachers and his guru in India. As part of the National Ayurvedic Medical Association, he is a teacher, coach, speaker, and author of 3 books on longevity, mental health, and conscious living. He is also the co-founder of My Temple, a luxury wellness space and brand based in Los Angeles. Welcome to you all.
Yogi Jema, thanks for having us here today. And to the entire OMMM organization, I see Michelle somewhere out there and crew. You guys are amazing. This event is needed now more than ever before. And what we're going to talk to you today, a little bit about our work, but more so about inner peace. Right? We look around our world today, and these headlines are more of a nightmare every single day than the day before, right? Where do we find salvage? Where do we find peace? And what I loved about OMM's message for this year is it starts inside first. So one of the things I would love to just pose to the group is, how do we get there, right? How do we look at peace on September 20th, 2025? We're in Times Square, right? The media capital of the world. I'm a New Yorker, so New Yorkers out there, what's up? On that side, we'll start with Yogi Cameron on this side. Tell me a little bit more about, what peace day means to you, sitting here today with the crazy world that's taking place around us too.
Well, it's the old yogic culture saying and philosophies is, this is noise outside. It has nothing to do with you. Inside, if you can cultivate peace through nutrition, through better thinking, I'll let the police go by. We do it through yogic practices. One of the best things that you can do is wake up in the morning and take care of yourself, because when you take care of yourself first, then you offer that peace, loving, kindness, empathy to the world. If you get up and you're hectic, that's what you offer the world. So that's how we do it.
Appreciate that. And I'm going to go to Divya next on this one. Similar question, because you're coming from a very different side with nutrition. Tell us about inner peace and how you're able to foster that a little bit.
Well, first of all, it's as a chef, it's very difficult for me to think peacefully right now because the food prices have skyrocketed so much. So for me, peace begins not at the conference table, but at the dining table. Because the food we eat completely affects the way we feel, the way we think, the way we look, the way we experience the world. And I believe that if we focus on giving ourselves the food that is sourced by causing less harm to others and to our own health, we'll cultivate naturally this mindfulness, which is the prerequisite to peace.
And I love that. I know our conversations, all four of us, were all about nutrition and health, right? How do we get there? What do we need to do in our everyday lives? And just a common connection that I think brought us together even on Inner Peace too. Eric, I'll ask you a similar question. Your background is very different than that. Traveling around the world, helping people with wellness, mindfulness, and mental health. What does it mean today, right? What does peace look like, especially from an ambassador perspective?
You know, I was never someone who was political. We're talking about the climate that we're seeing right now, and politics is often the place where we hear people talking about sides and division. But unfortunately, sides and division, unfortunately, are being spewed to us and shared with us online and through traditional media, even outside of politics. And so how do powers that be and forces that unfortunately divide us get into those minds of ours to divide us? It's because of the dysregulation that we feel inside. And so when I say it was a topic that never applied to me, well, I thought what brought me peace and happiness was working in professional sports and doing something that I was passionate about. If I wake up every morning, to your point about working on ourselves, I didn't know to work on myself. I knew that I was excited that I had a job and a career that I was passionate about. So to me, that felt like inner peace. But then when I started to unravel, because I wasn't working on my internal world, and then I started to get into the fray that we're seeing like everyone else gets into, where I'm seeing and hearing their opinions, and now I'm getting triggered by those opinions. And to your point, if we work on ourselves internally and we could take a step out and not look at the rest of the world and say, why are those people feeling this way and those people feeling this way, and which side do I fall on? But instead say, everyone's got valid opinions. Let me feel internally at peace with myself first, and then I can enter the conversation and bring people together and understand different sides. Even if I disagree with people, I think that's the way that we create a united world together.
I love that response. And honestly, most conversations we see, to Eric's point, they're polarizing, right? We don't know how to react. We don't know who to talk to about things. We lost the art of conversation. And I know Yogi Cameron, we were having a conversation before about the youth, right? Of what are we doing? How are we setting them up for success? And that's something on our side at Beluga and with Thinker and Collective as well, we always talk about that, right? How are we setting up the next generation for success? And today, unfortunately, we feel like we live in a like economy. And what we say like economy is, I go on social media, I scroll, I see this person's best meal they've ever eaten, or I see them at the beach and they've never looked so great, or in a car that is outrageous. This is the highlight reel, right? And for the youth, which all of us have a huge passion in, education, what do we need to do to foster and instill, we'll say, confidence, consciousness, and just self-awareness in the next generation?
I mean, I look at people as just consciousness. We're at different levels. Let's not say higher or lower, just along. You know, there's somebody in front of you, there's somebody behind you. I don't want the person in front of me of consciousness judging me, looking back and going, you're not where I am. And I don't want to be looking behind me and the guy behind me doesn't want me to say to them, will you hurry up and catch up? So we just don't have the patience to give everybody leniency to leave them alone. It's okay. Everybody thinks the way they do. You know, our guru in India says, everybody's heading the same place. They may just veer off this way and that way. You might think they're crazy, that you don't agree with them. But eventually we will end up in the same place. So just keep the bigger picture in mind and don't be distracted so much by the smaller things. And then we give each other a little leniency. So when we do hear crazy stuff, we say, well, okay, maybe I was there before. You know, so Understanding is about understanding each other's mentality and personality and giving some leeway with that instead of saying, yeah, they're wrong and I'm right. Then that's not communication. You know?
It's the art of conversation, right? It's okay to disagree, and I think we forgot about that. And Eric, I'll ask you a very similar question. You're working with youth all around the world that are facing a lot of hard times, right? I think today it's harder to be a kid than ever before. What are you seeing in confidence and consciousness with kids these days?
It's interesting because the generation that we grew up in, I remember, I'll be self-deprecating and raise my hand, when you got in trouble because you were poorly behaved in class, it was the punitive damage, right? So we're making sure that your desk is sitting next to our desk, or your desk is in the back of the room pointed away from the other kids. So we were teaching kids to basically, okay, just bottle it up. That's the only way that you deal with it. And I think the better way to approach it now, and what we're working on with teachers when we do our professional developments and we do our assembly programs, is having a common language. That behavior is a language in and of itself. And when we see a kid, quote, misbehave, instead of putting them in the category of those are the problem kids with issues and everyone else is the good kid and we don't have to worry about those kids, it's what is this behavior saying to me as a teacher? And one of the best lines I heard from a teacher, she shared with me, she said, when I see a student misbehaving, in that terminology, misbehaving, I say to them, thank you for sharing me, things aren't okay. And how that disarms that child to say, wait a second, I was expecting you to yell at me. Not that they're saying this out loud, but that's the way that they're reacting. And so I think when we get curious as to why people are behaving a certain way, and then we give teachers in schools tools for regulation, obviously yoga, obviously Ayurvedic, we call the practices star exercises, a collection of mind-body exercises so that people can understand, wait a second, I'm only reacting a certain way because things are going on in my life that are making me feel a certain way, and because I feel this way, I'm now reacting to this stimuli in front of me. Well, if we help you to feel in a better spot despite what's going on, your reaction's not going to be as poor as it was before. And if we can teach that broadly across an entire group, in a school, in a class, in a district, in an office, now all of a sudden we're speaking the same language and we all understand one another. It goes back to your principles. Everyone's going to the same place. We're just at slightly different places, and instead of judging where, we're just saying come along with us together.
I love that response. And Divya, on your side, and we'll close up with this because I know there's a lot of conversations today, but what do you think from a nutritional perspective? I mean, I saw a stat the other day, 50% of the country is facing obesity right now. Childhood obesity is through the roof. What do kids need to do from a nutritional and really mindfulness perspective, we'll call it, to get to that level of consciousness in their life?
Well, you know, Evan, why this is because 73% of people in America are eating ultra-processed foods that are artificial, not nutritious at all. So what Eric and Yogi were saying, to add to all of this, nutritious, wholesome, real food that's also grown in a caring way, in care for the earth and the people who grow the food. So if we use food as more than just fuel, if we use food as a way to uplift our consciousness and to remain healthy, then see, in Ayurveda, the key to good health is gut health, it's your digestion. So if you have digestive issues, if you have disturbed digestion, you're going to have disturbed mind. Have you noticed this? When your stomach is upset, you're disturbed. So I'm here to help you have really good digestion, to support world peace with good food and good digestion, and to unite people. The common language is also food, because we eat 3 times a day. And we have the chance to practice peace 3 times a day by choosing peaceful food.
I love that. And I love the connection where food could come in from as well. And guys, what we're doing here today is these 3 are outrageous experts. There's amazing people in the back too. One of the announcements, and Yogini Jema mentioned it earlier, is we're starting to capture this content. And we're not only capturing it just to post on Instagram or another social media platform, but we're leveraging this today and announcing that OMMM and Beluga will be sharing all this content with the next generation. Students worldwide. Today, Beluga reaches learners in over 120 countries globally, in classrooms from one-room schoolhouses to New York City public schools in our backyard. What we want to do is educate them on mindfulness and consciousness and health, that hopefully we could set up a better tomorrow than it is today for them. So we thank you on behalf of this entire esteemed panel. Thanks for listening to us, and peace.
Next, I have the joy of welcoming our very own co-founder of OMMM, co-inspirer of this movement, and the one that brings us all together, Michelle Narciso.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Today, on this Peace Day, I hope that we all remember that the future belongs to the children. Not only are they tomorrow's leaders, they're already showing us the way today. Their natural capacity to love, their lack of judgment of others, their sense of wonder, their prioritization of fun, and their pure joy. My greatest inspirations are my children, my son Max, and my daughter Mia. They are my personal inspiration behind OMMM, a movement dedicated to remembering who we truly are and the world that we want to live in together. At just 10, Mia is already a prolific songwriter, and her song Stay a While is dedicated to a message that it some search a lifetime to uncover. Stay a While reminds us that even when life feels uncertain or confusing, we can choose to pause, breathe, and find joy in the present. Before we start, I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to Krista from Create Music Studio on keyboards, Dan on drums, Sean on guitar, and Steve on bass, who all played on Mia's song. That has almost 4,000 listens on Spotify. Thank you very much. You guys have been so supportive, and you make her feel safe. And that's how we need to make our children feel, so thank you for that. And now I want to introduce these beautiful, beautiful voices of the future. You have Maite, Vivi, Layla, and here's my daughter, Mia. Mia, I love you, baby. I love you so much. Get him.
Ocean blue, I don't know what to do, but I'm happy now. Relax and smile, stay a while, because I'm happy now. Ocean blue, I don't know what to do, but I'm happy now. Relax and smile, stay a while, because I'm happy now. Ocean blue, I don't know what to do, but I'm happy now. Relax and smile, stay a while, because I'm happy now. Ocean blue, I don't know what to do, but I'm happy now. Relax and smile, stay a while, because I'm happy now. Because I'm happy now.
Mia. Hello? Are we Mia, thank you so much. Listen, all of you, come here for a moment. I want you to recognize this. I want you all to know that you're inspiring and that the future looks brighter because of all of your efforts. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now, Jane Goodall video.
Jane Goodall
Yep,
video.
got it. Hold on. Next, we have a woman who needs no introduction or words, as just her name inspires people to want to do good and try their best. Jane Goodall is a living symbol of compassion, courage, and hope. From her groundbreaking work with chimpanzees to her tireless activism for the planet, she has shown the world that every action, no matter how small, can create meaningful change. Her life reminds us that peace is not only about human relationships, but also about how we treat animals and care for the earth. Through her wisdom and example, Jane continues to inspire generations to live with greater kindness, respect, and harmony for all living beings.
Hello, this is Jane Goodall. This year, the United Nations Day of Peace will be honored around the world, but in a world that is far from peaceful. There are major conflicts, genocide, household violence, human trafficking, violence against women, school shootings, and millions of people displaced from their homes because of war or climate change. In addition to this, there is an ongoing onslaught against nature, caused on the one hand by greed and unsustainable lifestyles, which are making unsustainable demands on finite natural resources, and on the other hand by those living in poverty, because then they may destroy their environment just in order to live, by, for example, cutting down trees in their desperation to make some money from charcoal or timber, or clearing land to grow more food. And it's all made worse because of climate change and loss of biodiversity, and because of the terrible damage caused by war and conflict. And we should also acknowledge that a lot of harm is done because of ignorance, because so many people simply don't understand why protecting the environment is beneficial to future generations, and that if we continue destroying the natural world, it'll result in the extinction of life on Earth, including our own. That's why the UN theme for this year's Peace Day, which is Act Now for a Future World, is so important. Think beyond conflict. Think to the world we all would love to live in. Because if we look at the whole picture, we're bound to feel hopeless and helpless. But once we realize that even small actions cumulatively can make a big difference, we can start taking action to make the world a better place. Roots and Shoots is the Jane Goodall Institute's humanitarian and environmental movement for young people of all ages that I began 35 years ago with 12 high school students in Tanzania. And it now has members of all ages, kindergarten through university, in over 75 countries. Its main message is every individual matters, has a role to play, and makes an impact on the planet every day. And most of us can choose what sort of impact we make. Each Roots and Shoots group chooses 3 projects to help people, to help animals, and to help the environment. So, how does this program contribute to world peace? In one way, by bringing together young people from different countries, so they learn that the color of skin, the culture, religion, age, socioeconomic status are much less important than the fact we're all human beings. We can all laugh and cry and love and hope. This is a message that is especially important at the end of a war. I lived through World War II, during which members of our families and our friends were killed and cities were bombed, and we lived in fear. We hated the Germans. At the end of the war, many of my mother's friends were shocked that she allowed me to go to Germany to live for 6 months with a German family. The father wanted his 3 children to speak good English. My mother wanted me to understand that the German people were not the same as Hitler and his Nazis. And now some of my best friends are Germans, and the Jane Goodall Institute Germany is one of the most active chapters in Europe, making a difference. Today, many people have lost hope for the future, which, while not surprising, is awful, especially as many young people are really depressed. Suicide rates in some countries have gone up. The answer for all of us: take action. You may not be able to solve global problems, but there's a lot you can do to make this a more peaceful world, starting in your own community. Think about your own environmental footprint. Even small actions like saving water, moving towards a plant-based diet, helping in soup kitchens or animal shelters, raising money for the charity of your choice, or simply treating the people you meet with respect, treating animals with kindness. These are the kind of projects that our Roots and Shoots members are working on. And every year they celebrate the United Nations International Day of Peace. And not only on this day, but throughout the year, working to foster respect and compassion and to make this a better world. Our Roots and Shoots Global Office has pulled together many examples of the projects that different groups are working on that are related to peace. When I was appointed a UN Messenger of Peace, I had a vision, and I initiated the making of giant peace doves. They're made out of used bed sheets with the head made from a wire sort of cage or papier-mâché, and young people gather to fly them on long poles. One supports the head, which is usually a bit heavy, one at each wingtip, and 2 for the forked, well, slightly fan-shaped tail. All around the world, Roots and Shoots are making and flying them on Peace Day. Finally, it's so important to realize there can never be world peace until we can learn to live in harmony with nature as well as with each other. We all must work to slow down climate change and loss of biodiversity. Because, for example, if streams and rivers dry up, new wars will be fought over water. So, on this Peace Day, think about the actions you can take towards making this a kinder, more compassionate, and more peaceful world. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. And now I get to welcome my co-host for this OM presentation, Jarvis Smith. But let me say a few words. A visionary entrepreneur and spiritual guide, dedicated to transforming business into a force of healing for this planet. Founder of the PEA Awards and My Green Pod, he blends ancient wisdom with modern innovation to create pathways for ethical commerce and conscious living. Welcome, Jarvis.
Thank you, Yogini Jema. And what an amazing message from Dr. Jane Goodall. You know, one that integrates peace, children, and climate. Perhaps the most important pillars of our time today. I'm sure you would all agree. I'm Jarvis Smith. As she just said, you may remember me from presenting the Earth Day show in Times Square earlier this year. It was a wonderful moment. A little bit more about me. I am an ambassador. I really wanted to say, actually, the OM is run by the two most amazing women, Michelle and Maria. Without you, we wouldn't have felt inspired to do what we do today. What's amazing about them both is that they brought together an eclectic mix of ambassadors, amazing people living their purpose, living their truth, that have gone out into the world to actually make a difference. And what Michelle and Maria have tried to do, or actually have done, is galvanize those people to be a stronger force that we are together. So thank you, Michelle and Maria, wherever you are. Also, thank you to Paul Sladkis from the Good News Corp, all the speakers, all the performers, everyone that's here today. And actually, you guys at home, there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people around the world watching this. Hello to my kids, hello to my wife who are back in the UK. And if anybody else out there wants to send us a message, do in the comments, tell us about your experience and how we can bring peace on earth to the world. Thank you. So it's become very, very clear to me how peace is completely linked to climate. Like, you can't separate peace and climate. It's just impossible to do. So this whole section that I'm going to be presenting today is brought to you by Eden Energy. They are our sponsors for this section. Thank you to Eden Energy. Thank you for being a part of our lives. We love you. And you're going to be hearing more from the founders of Eden later on in this segment of the show. We'll also be hearing from more amazing change makers and singers who've committed their lives and work to transforming the world by living truly purposeful lives. But I say no more. Now I'm going to introduce two of the most incredible beings that I know. It's Yogi Cameron and Tenzin Selden. Please do come and join us. So Yogi Cameron, once a world-style icon, has spent the past 23 years studying and practicing Ayurvedic and yogic sciences under esteemed teachers and his guru in India. As part of the National Ayurvedic Medical Association, he is a teacher, coach, speaker, and author of 3 books on longevity, mental health, and conscious living. He is also the co-founder of My Temple, a luxury wellness space and brand based in Los Angeles. And to join him is Tenzin Selden. She's the founder and managing partner of the Pulse Fund. Tenzin Selden is an established global leader and venture capitalist with over 2 decades of experience scaling climate technologies. She co-founded a net negative infrastructure company that, hold on. It utilizes the redevelopment and adaptive reuse of historic buildings. Welcome to the stage, you two. Are you ready? I'm going to pass over my microphone to you.
Thank you. Let's talk about climate and consciousness. So you grew up as a refugee, so you were not as sort of balanced in the world as people come into it. You had a lot of challenges. How did that shape the way you came into climate, your viewpoint, your understanding of it, and then how did you forge forward? Because you've built a lot of companies and consciousness in this world. How do you do it? Because you didn't have the right beginning for it.
Yes. Actually, I like to say that I had the right beginning for it.
Okay, I'm corrected.
I think that I grew up as a Himalayan Tibetan, and my family fled across the Himalayas, walking on foot through the Himalayas, and they were nomads, so they lived in sacred geometry in alignment with the land. And they taught me something that is one of the most invaluable lessons when you're building anything, whether it's a startup or a company or a not-for-profit. They taught me that we are all elders in training. And so if you see yourself not as a young person or an old person, but an elder in training, you really do think of not just 8 generations, but generations previous and generations forward. And I think that's a lesson that I think every single company builder, as you will meet 3 incredible and powerful founders in the climate space, you'll see that this is an ethos that is a critical part of how we build today and what we're missing in what we're building. So I always look at what I actually gained instead of what I lost. The other is around thinking Earth as a whole system. It's really the indigenous way. And even though Pulse Fund, we are a profit-driven fund, at the core of our fund is about climate stabilization. So how can we make sure that profit actually serves our planet first? Because what is the point of profit if it's not helping steward our planet and our people? What is the point of profit if we cannot steward our planet and our people? And so our thesis, when we work with founders who have given up and sacrificed their lives to do this work at scale, is to make sure that they are supported and that we don't think of Earth as a linear system, because that's what's gotten us in this mess, is that we've often thought of Earth as a substitute or a bank account that we can continue to withdraw cash from and not give to.
Nice point. Yeah, actually, last week when we were talking together, we said, why focus on all the negative parts and what we haven't done when we can speak all about what we have achieved? So positivity drives us forward rather than negativity, because positivity is an energy in itself, right?
I think that this is a really critical point, because one of the pieces I wrote for Market Watch, which is a newspaper that is tied to Wall Street Journal, is I argued that the next threat to climate innovation are climate activists. And the reason I wrote this is because I feel sometimes activism can be a source. Woo! They agree with me. They agree with me. That activism sometimes can be a source of stifling progress and innovation. And I truly believe that at the heart of our movement, we need to now focus on solution. We have done enough focusing on what's not working, on what's wrong, and we have not focused enough of our collective resource mobilization, right? Exactly. How many of you feel me here? How many of you agree that we have spent enough time, enough decades focused on what we have not done? So now is time to talk, not just talk, but put our money. I'm in the work of flowing money, and money is just stored energy. It is just stored energy that can be a vehicle to move. And what I do is to make sure that that vehicle is moved towards projects and systems that actually cause change.
Should we bring some of the
Yes, let's bring some of the founders.
We're going to bring a couple of founders on.
Can we please give a round of applause to these founders who work day and night to solve some of the most pressing problems for our climate? Tia Gordon, John Walsh, and Tony Martins. Come on and join me here. So I had the privilege at our fund to meet with some of the most extraordinary founders who work on climate solutions at scale. And these are some of the faces here. So I'm happy that this is going to be live streamed to millions of people, because I want you all to know their names. Don't you agree that we need new examples of idols in this society today? Of people who are doers, thinkers, visionaries of our time? So Tony Martins is the founder and CEO of Plantable Foods. This man here moved from Amsterdam with no money, no contacts, and lived in a trailer in the south of California and created now a duckweed company that is not just profitable, but one of the fastest growing companies to use food systems and regenerate food systems. Tony, do you want to share a little bit about it?
Yeah, I think we started the company back in 2018 really with a mission to revolutionize and rebuild our agri-food system, arguably one of the most outdated industries that is on our planet today, growing novel, more sustainable plants and converting them into very nutrient-dense and tasty products that food companies and cosmetic companies around the world can use. At the moment, we're with about 70 people based between Southern California and Texas, where we've built out our first commercial facility. And we're in a relatively rural part of Texas where we've now become the largest employer in the area. And actually, we're able to increase the median household income by 61% since we built out our facility over there, bringing like rural communities along and having them be part of the transition instead of having to fear for the transition.
Isn't that amazing? I have a really funny story about them. One of our investment associates in our diligence process went to this part of rural Texas. I don't think they had many regenerative food companies before Tony came and put Plantables. She was stopped over by the police, and the police said, "Oh, you're with Plantables? Oh, no, you can go." Because of how great stewards they've been to the community, that even in the most rural communities, Tony, we can make sure that the heart of climate is cost effective, it's scalable, and it's done with the people in mind. And now, thank you all. Now, Tia Gordon, everyone. This woman is the founder and COO of a company called It's Electric. You may have seen this. How many of you have electric vehicles? Okay, well, not many in this audience, but there are many. So electric vehicles right now face the problem of environmental justice of not having enough curbside charging stations. So she created one of the largest, fastest growing curbside charging stations that is now in all across America, in Detroit, in San Francisco, and in Boston, and now also will be in New York as well, correct? Okay, they will be, hopefully, soon. If you want to share a little bit of your vision.
Sure. Hi, everyone. Happy Day of Peace and the beginning of Climate Week in New York City. I love Climate Week. It has a tremendous energy that I think brings optimism where it's most needed. And it's funny that Tenzin brought me here this morning because I was literally having a conversation with another founder who shared with me an email from another investor, not Tenzin. And it was the oddest email I'd ever read. And I said to him when he was sort of like not feeling very confident in what he was doing, I said, don't worry, I think that their thesis is that they only invest in things that hurt society. And I don't have that on my cap table. I have people like Tenzin. I have so many incredible investors that want to invest not only in something that's going to drive capital forward for good, but that's actually going to have a positive impact. And even though it's Climate Week, I'm going to say something controversial. I'm going to say that people actually don't necessarily care about climate if I were to stop just random people on the street. But what they do care is the health of their families and the health of their children. And without a doubt, the health of the climate is the health of the people. And that's how you have to break into some people's minds when you talk about it. The health of their parents. Thank you for having me.
And I love what Tia has done. She's specifically gone out to communities of color and communities that are poor that can't afford to have their own charging stations, to make sure that she works with developers and the people who live inside the apartment to use the excess energy and electricity. Do you want to talk?
Yeah, so for people who drive gas vehicles in the United States, they're spending on average around $16,000 to $18,000 a year on fuel for a family of 3 or 4, for multiple cars. You can charge an electric vehicle for a fraction of that, for about $2,000 a year. So think about the savings and the impact it would have on people's lives to be able to have an extra $15,000 in the bank at the end of every year. So we install chargers in the cities that allow us to for free. And we install it for free to the cities. We install it for free to the buildings that we install in front of. Single-family homes, libraries, churches, schools. and then we revenue share with those buildings. So we're not only bringing in free infrastructure, but we're bringing in economic benefit, because that is truly what helps the communities grow, is the opportunity and economics.
Thank you, Tia. Thank you for your work. And now, last but not least, John Walsh, who, with his own sweat, labor, and capital, founded a company called Endera. And do you know what Endera means? End of an era. I thought that was really smart. When we invested initially in this company, John is right now, and his company is one of the largest job providers in a small rural town in Ohio. They do the largest scale parametric cars, so cars that, electric buses, think of shuttles, everyday cars that you need that are not just cars for families, but commercial grade cars. And them coming into this small rural town and actually adding to the infrastructure and development of the community there has also transformed him. So John, if you could share a little bit more about that vision.
Yeah, no, thank you, Tenzin. So John Walsh, founder and CEO of Endera, and we're the fastest growing electric specialty bus company in the country. So if you think of these school buses and shuttle buses, they're perfect for electric. And, you know, I started the company 7 years ago, and I've always been passionate about the environment. And, you know, transport is one of the most polluting things on our planet. And one of the most efficient ways and most environmentally friendly ways you can move people on our planet is in electric buses. And so that's what we sought to solve, and grateful for Tenzin to have such a great investor who has such a climate-driven mission. And it's people like you guys who believe that our planet should be cleaner than it is today. So I want to thank you all, and I hope everybody has a great Climate Week.
And one other thing about John I want to say is that I think people don't often recognize the sacrifices it takes. He had an exit with another company and took every single penny. Most people, when they have an exit, they go off at maybe an island or take a vacation, but he put all of that money back at work to create Endera, End of an Era. And what I respect about these founders is oftentimes people don't realize peace doesn't just start from within. Peace also starts with where your capital and money is going. Money is an important attribute and expression of peace. So when you think about why are we here at International Peace Day, we are here because we understand that the energy of stored money is a stored energy, it's a spiritual energy, that energy has to be directed now at projects that can have scalable impact for this planet. So if all of you can, I think Cameron, you wanted to ask a question?
We have to go now, but last thing I wanted to ask you was, you know, you've done some incredible work. How does that translate if you're going to advise somebody who wants to get in the climate world? How do they keep their peace while they're doing this? Because with profit and all that, stress and everything, what is it that you do for yourself that keeps you peaceful and you can do the work that you do?
I'd love to ask this to the group as well. I know we don't have much time, but I would say that for me, it's remembering that when we are elders in training, if we are elders in training, we have to root around not just what's possible today, but what can be possible for 8 generations from now. Let's go back to the indigenous principles, everyone. Indigenous people make up 4% of this population, and they steward 75% of biodiversity of this planet. And do you know how much money they get to steward 70% of this biodiversity? Less than a decimal point. So I think that it is not possible to have peace without making sure that our brothers and sisters are taken care of. Thank you all.
Thanks, everybody. We could.
I'll take that for you. Appreciate it.
What an amazing, amazing session. Isn't Tenzin Selden absolutely incredible? Thank you, Yogi Cam. Thank you to the team. You are incredible. Thank you for changing the world in the way that you are. Now, this November, just moving on to the theme of climate, there's going to be a perfect moment emerging at this year's COP30, which is in Brazil. It's the Rainforest COP. Our next performer has written a opera. Do you see what I did there? It's dedicated to Condor and the Jaguars. It's about the Amazon rainforest, and she's here with her opera director. It's Laura Carissa Gardia and Dr. Stefani Passamonte. Please welcome to the stage. Will you come and join me? Thank you. So a little bit about Laura is a Chicanx multidisciplinary artist. She's operatic coloratura soprano, sustainability designer, and advocate in leaning into her indigenous Mexica raíces for inspiration to her work, linking the arts and cultural diversity to biodiversity. And Stefania is a renowned figure, knighted, well done, by the President of Italy into the Order of Merit of the Italian Republic for her profound contributions to the arts. This is going to be their piece of music, debuted today. This is a world first. Okay, we're just having a very, very slight technical issue here. Sound desk, we haven't got a voice on this mic over here.
While we're waiting,
please do.
While we're getting the microphone ready, I'm going to explain this is the very first climate opera ever written in the history of music. And is also the very first opera written by an indigenous composer, that is Laura. And is also going to be the very first opera written in the indigenous language. Not only the language of the singer singing to you, but also the metaphor and the beautiful mythological character of the condor and the jaguar. So on the opera, they were going to premiere in Belém at the very first, again another first, climate refugee pavilion for the COP30. We're going to have an opera singer, a mezzo-soprano, as the jaguar. Today we didn't have it because we're going to sing only 2 arias from the opera. So we have Laura as the condor. She's the guardian of the past. And then the jaguar is the guardian of the future. And what you're going to see now is the very first opera that has as a protagonist a real scientist, a Peruvian scientist with indigenous heritage that is currently working with the United Nations for the preservation of the rainforest. So it's quite exceptional that the premiere of this opera is going to be in Belém, in Brazil, where we have the rainforest. So it's going to be a very magical moment. We're going to have a filming and a documentary of these. So today you're going to see a snippet of this opera. Laura is going to be singing Passage de Tiempo. That means the passage of time. So the scientist fell asleep in the middle of the forest, and the condor comes in and brings in the water, that also means rebirth for the science, and bring him into the vision, that is the second song that we're going to sing. And this is the vision of what was in the past when men were living in harmony with the forest, in harmony with nature. So today is International Peace Day. That's why it was so important for us to be able to premiere these 2 arias from the opera, because peace and harmony are the language of the world for the future of this planet.
Wonderful, wonderful. How amazing does that sound? Incredible. Laura, how are we? Okay, so those of you that don't know about COP, just to fill in a little bit of space here, thank you for that beautiful introduction. COP is a conference of parties to do with climate change. It's in its number 30 this year, so it's 30th year. For the last 4 or 5 years, it hasn't really covered one of the most important pieces of biodiversity land in our planet, which is the Amazon rainforest. So what these musicians and artists and brilliant, purposeful beings are doing is bringing the voice of the Amazon to life through BLM and COP. So thank you very much for doing that. There is a bit more I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to save it for after the song. Enjoy this. Thank you. Wow, wow, wow. The power of music, eh? The power of music for change. Thank you. The Jaguar and the Condor. Thank you. Would you like to say anything more about what you're going to be doing?
Well, watch this space. We're going to premiere this in November, 11th of November at the Climate Refugee Pavilion, and hopefully it's going to be as well in streaming, so we're going to share the link for this, and we will bring it back to New York at the next United Nations meeting.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for traveling all that way to come to be with us here today. Hasn't this day been absolutely incredible? The level of artists and speakers and purpose-driven leaders of our new world, really. It's been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, just staying on the theme of COP. So we talked about COP30, which is just around the corner. And actually our supporters, Eden Energy and some others, Amazon for Life, we are going to be producing, check this, the world's first music concert for nature. Artists are going to be coming to perform in the Amazon, on the river, the world's first concert for nature. Why? Because haven't we all lost our connection to Mother Earth? Haven't we all lost our connection to nature? The very conscious, loving, living being that provides everything for us to exist. So, this is the birth today and the announcement of that world's first concert that's going to be happening in Bolivia on the Amazon River, which is just next to Brazil, 3 days before COP. So a lot of the artists that you've seen here today, so Rachel Singh, who sang earlier, Laura, obviously, is going to be coming to perform. And actually, my next artist that's coming onto stage now is Kaz. Kaz is actually wonderful. She's a music producer, composer, DJ, teacher, and speaker on transcendental and enlightened and joyful states of consciousness, right? That's amazing. So, Kaz, thank you for joining us today. The mic's yours. It's over to you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here. So, my name's Kaz. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I make music in sacred sites and places of high energy, and places where I feel awe and love and inspiration. To turn the music down just a little bit. A little bit up. Thank you. And this all started for me. Sorry, I got shaky hands. I've been doing this a while, I still get nervous. Thank you. I started this when I was at the Monroe Institute, and a guy jokingly asked me to make him a track that would put him in an enlightened state. So I went to do a meditation there, and the Monroe Institute used this thing called brain entrainment. Brain entrainment is a way of modulating sound to move the brain into certain states, which is something quite amazing. So I was there doing these meditations, and suddenly this piece of music came into my consciousness. And I made it. I took about a year to try and finish it off. And I sent it back to Monroe, and I said, can you put some of these tones in there to help someone have an enlightened state? And without telling me, they did this, but they then played it in one of their workshops. And a lady who heard it had a profound spiritual experience. She then contacted me and told me that this piece of music had completely changed her life. And that had helped her help 2,000 people. And she said to me, I want to fund you for the rest of your life to keep making music like this. That was Sheila and Craig Schwartz. Thank you so much. They have funded me for years to learn everything about brain entrainment. I have then gone to sacred sites and places where I feel love and awe and inspiration, and I sample sounds there. I use technologies like sacred geometry and LiDAR and impulse responses and things I haven't got time to explain to put in that music so that I can transfer the love and the joy and the wonder that I feel, basically just to put more love in the world. And the response I've had from that music has been absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to remind everyone, it doesn't matter what you're doing, even if you're on the phone talking to your bank, you can always put love and intention into your work and your conversations and everything you do. And it is felt. People feel it. So the piece of music I want to share with you is made from HeartMath to calm you down. And it's a breath pacer. You have 6 seconds in of breath, 6 seconds out of breath, so you can breathe along to it. I'm just going to noodle on the piano a little bit while you listen to it. Thank you so much.
Whilst you're listening to this music, you can breathe in to the rhythm of the image on the video. Taking a deep breath in and breathing out. Allow yourself to harmonize with the sounds. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Kaz. Thank you. Thank you all as well. I saw many of you just bringing that stillness into one of the craziest, busiest places in the world. Hats off to you. So, one of the reasons why music like that is so important is because it shifts our state of being, it alters our state, it transforms our consciousness. It can reconnect us with our natural rhythm within. And I actually think a lot of this stuff around us is disconnecting us from our natural rhythm. So Kaz and a wonderful other members of her team have got an organization called the Museum of Consciousness. Now, for our concert in Bolivia, on the Amazon River, where artists from all around South America, some from the UK, some from the USA, are going to be coming to perform, the Museum of Consciousness are going to be recording how nature is responding to the artist performing to her, to show that there is this loop, that if we offer gratitude and appreciation to nature, that she will give us back energy, love, appreciation. So it's a circle, it's a relationship through frequency and vibration. So that is what OMMM is about, that is what Museum of Consciousness is about, that is what a lot of our artists and speakers are here about, living that relationship. They are the art of life. So thank you, Kaz. That was absolutely beautiful. Now, staying in the theme of connecting with nature, there is a set of people on our planet today. We call them the indigenous peoples, the indigenous cultures that actually are stewards of 85 to 90% of the biodiversity of our world, the ecosystems of our world. And in the spirit of indigenous cultures and indigenous communities, I'm going to welcome to the stage Anna Medri and Leo Seda, my apologies. Before we do that, we're going to see a quick video of Leo's work and what he does and what he stands for. And then they're going to come and have a conversation about the fantastic and brilliant
In the heart
work.
of the Ecuadorian Amazon, the Napo region is under siege. Illegal mining is advancing unchecked, leaving a trail of devastation behind. Over 17 square kilometers of land were destroyed. That's the equivalent of 2,500 soccer fields. This destruction is not just numbers on a page. It means rivers are poisoned, forests are deforested, and indigenous communities are forced to live with the scars of extractivism. Napo is a land of life, Napo is a land of culture, Napo is a land of biodiversity. But if mining continues at this pace, the damage could become irreversible. The struggle to protect Napo is not only local, it is part of the global fight to defend the Amazon, to safeguard our climate, and to ensure a future where nature and people can thrive together.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Happy International Peace Weekend. Jarvis, it is truly powerful to be here today with people of all ages, all background, gathered in this iconic place, Times Square, New York, to mark the eve of this important day. It's a day where we reaffirm our collective hope, but most importantly, our shared responsibility to build a world where peace is not just the absence of conflict, but it is the presence of justice, of dignity, of shared well-being. Some of you might know this year's theme is Act Now for a Peaceful World, and that word act couldn't be any more important right now. Because peace doesn't just happen on its own. Peace is something that we build. We build it through our everyday actions, through solidarity, through speaking out against injustices, hate, discrimination, and also, crucially, by protecting our planet, right? The truth is there can be no peaceful, lasting peace if the environment is breaking down. So today, it is also a perfect moment to reflect on how peace is strictly connected to climate justice and how climate justice at its heart is a peace issue. So I'm truly honored to be sharing the stage here today with Leo Cerda, who's someone who embodies this truth. He is a resilient and inspiring climate activist, a friend. Through his ACU Foundation, he's also the winner of the UNDP Equator Prize, and he's been dedicating his life to achieving climate justice and protecting the human rights of his people and his community in the Ecuadorian Amazon. Leo, your work is a powerful reminder that peace doesn't begin in high-level meetings or in distant negotiations. Peace starts where we are, in your community, in your rivers, in your forests, and in the everyday defense of life, dignity, and balance with nature. You are a living proof that peace begins with us. So can you share some of your thoughts with us on how your community is acting now to achieve peace and how you're helping build a future where both people and planet can thrive in harmony?
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I am a firmly believer that protecting the Amazon is just not about just conservation. It's about protecting and defending justice, peace, and dignity for all of us who are there and who are safeguarding the last natural resources of the planet. For us, peace, it's in our everyday life, on our daily actions, our rivers, our plants, our animals, our territory, our future. That's why everyone here needs to take action today and build this for all of us in the future. For us, protecting the Amazon, by protecting the Amazon, we are creating a safer and peaceful future for all of us. And for us, climate justice, racial justice, rights, it's for everyone. And that's what we're trying to say with our actions and the work that we do through ACU Amazon Foundation and advocacy work and creating thriving communities, models that will help support communities to live with dignity for the present and for the future generations to come.
Thank you, Leo. Well said. So I don't know how many of the people here watching us today had the opportunity to ever go and visit the Amazon or see firsthand the paradise and what it looks like. We have, for that, we have gathered some pictures that we wanted to show everyone, and they should pop up here. You see them right here in the back. This is the paradise that we're talking about, that your home, where you and your community live and that you're fighting so hard to protect. But also, let's take a moment to look at the destruction, right? That this biodiversity hotspot and vital climate regulator has been facing throughout the years and that you've been so courageously fighting against. So we have some more pictures that are a bit more sad than the previous ones. Here it goes. Here they go. So this is the everyday reality, right, on the ground, and while you and your community have been fighting against the illegal activities that are happening right there on the ground. Leo, you have founded ACU Amazon Foundation. You mentioned that before, many years ago, and that was your response to the escalating threats from illegal activities happening in the Ecuadorian Amazon and in your territory. As you told us earlier, your mission is to defend indigenous territories, to promote sustainable alternatives, and to protect the rights of nature and of communities. Now, to achieve all of these, we spoke about this before, you told me how crucial it is to support women, in particularly within indigenous communities. So I know you've instituted the Uturi Warmi Indigenous Guard, which is an all-women indigenous guard that protects forests and waters. You've been strengthening women's advocacy internationally, but also through ACU, your foundation, you've been commercializing beautiful fashion products that you've been bringing around the world. And just last week here in New York, you did a beautiful show during New York Fashion Week where you showed all your creations. So tell us a bit more about all of this.
I think centering women at the center is the heart of peace and resilience for the people of the Amazon. By supporting women in my community, we were able to protect and defend our territories against fast mining extraction in our communities that create violence in our territories. And by supporting women, we are supporting the future of the Amazon. We need to thrive and create thriving communities. We need to create capacity within our communities so we can be strong when we have issues like illegal mining, deforestation, and as a community, we are stronger together. And for us, justice, the protection of our lands and our territories, dignity, racial justice, environmental justice is the foundation of peace. If we don't accomplish this together, there will be no peace for us. And peace for one represents peace for everyone. And the violation of indigenous rights and the violation of the rights of our brothers and sisters from all the communities of color around the world, that represents no peace. And in order to accomplish peace, we should all work together and act now. Because this is the generation that has to act and do something in your own communities and your local communities. You don't need to come all the way to the Amazon to save the Amazon or to save the forest or to save the world. You have to start in your own communities, in your own neighborhood, and support the people who are protecting their lands and their territories in the front lines, and amplify our voices and amplify our efforts to support the people locally.
Clap of hands, please. Leo, thank you so much. I mean, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here with us today, for sharing your knowledge, your wisdom. Thank you for all you do for your community, for Mother Earth, and for all of us. And to all of you here today, thank you for watching and listening. Do not forget, peace begins with us, with the choices we make, with the causes we stand for, and with the action we take every day, the care we show to each other and for our planet. Thank you, everyone.
The protecting Mother Earth is the foundation of peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Leo. Thank you for coming to join us. Thank you for being a change maker in the world and actually disrupting some of the systems that are really not healthy for us or the planet. Amazing. Thank you. So we have the trio, the clean tech trio that I talked about earlier, Jonathan and Gazde, a Pearl and Joyous Hearts. But first we are going to see a video about Eden Energy, and then I'm going to blast some questions at them. Are we ready for the video?
We've been doing our fractionation inside. These are the fuels that we made today, right? We have our liquid petroleum gas, and then we have our gasoline. All right.
I absolutely love the superhero status of that video. It's really, really empowering. Jonathan, now, with 15 years of experience dedicated to pioneering the innovative Eden Energy process, in one sentence, if you can do this, what is Eden and why does it matter on International Peace Day?
Well, thank you, Jarvis. And thank you all to everybody for being here. Before I answer that, I just want to thank OMMM, the Good News Corp, and We Don't Have Time for putting on this beautiful event. I also would like to thank my father, Brian Appel, the original inventor of this technology, a technology that can truly reshape this world. So what is Eden in one sentence? I can give it to you in one word: restoration. So Eden is a technology that is a reverse engineering of Mother Nature that can take all carbon-based waste. That includes plastics, tires, food waste, municipal waste, hazardous waste, anything you could think of outside of metal, rocks, and glass, and in an efficient and effective manner, transform it into the world's cleanest burning hydrocarbons, biochar, liquid organic fertilizer, and water with no other waste or byproducts. It is a technology for true global regeneration where waste is no longer a harmful byproduct, but it is a commodity to a cleaner future.
Amazing. How cool is that? Gazde, I'm going to come to you as president, which is
Yes.
amazing. Keep these boys in check. And chief people officer.
Correct.
And Eden Nexus, which is the governing umbrella.
Yeah.
Tell us, when people hear waste, the word waste, they think problem, right?
Yes.
That's kind of usually the thing that we associate with waste. What does it become when you treat waste as an asset?
Okay, good question. I think people think waste as a burden. So that's where it comes from. It's something dirty. It's something dangerous. It's something very difficult to get rid of, right? It pollutes our air. It pollutes our water. It pollutes our soil. You know what I'm talking about, right? So I think you guys all know what I'm talking about. And it costs cities billions just to manage it. And this is all because the systems right now, they are built just to dispose of waste, not to transform it. They burn it, they bury it, they ship it overseas. But at Eden, we actually flip that story. So what we do here, we actually treat waste as a raw material. So it's something full of potential. It's something full of energy. So when we hear waste, this is what we think of. We don't think of problem. And if you actually process it correctly, it becomes clean energy. It becomes clean water. It becomes clean regenerative materials. And you know what it also becomes? Economic opportunities, like a lot of them.
Love it.
So it becomes, sorry.
No, please, carry
I have
on.
a lot more to say. I'm so excited about this. So it becomes a commodity, as Jonathan said. It's not a burden. And it's also not a technical problem. We are all waste creators here. I mean, if you think about it, from the moment we're born, we start adding to the pile. So the most important thing is, that's why I wanted to continue, is when we start treating waste as a resource, we're going to start thinking of ourselves in a different way. We are not passive consumers anymore. We're not part of the problem anymore. We are actually part of the solution. And that's the shift that we are doing at Eden.
Amazing, amazing. So what is one person's waste is another person's gold, right? Amen. All right. Joyous. Now, you are a 3 times founder, a regenerative capital partner, a regenerative economy specialist, and just a bloody good guy. How does cleaner water, healthier soils, and reliable energy reduce stress in a community and create conditions for peace?
Well, first of all, it's an absolute honor to be here with you, Jarvis, and all of you amazing humans on this beautiful day of celebrating peace. And I love that question. You know, one of the ways that we take peace from within, which is where it originates, and bring it into the world, is to identify the things that we all truly hold in common. And I could say a unifying belief for all of us is that we'd love to leave a legacy of a clean, healthy, thriving world for ourselves, our children, and all future generations. Right? So much of the conflict in the world is over a perceived scarcity of resources. Right? They say the next wars will be fought over water. I believe that anyone standing here today and anyone watching would agree that we can all stand for clean, healthy soil, water, and air. And from that space, we can truly begin to see peace as we no longer perceive a scarcity of resources, the things that we need to thrive. Those are all, soil to grow our food, water to grow our food, to nourish ourselves, to realize that there is no such thing as scarcity. We've just not been aware of the solutions to implement that allow us to regenerate as quickly as we've depleted in this last couple of centuries since the industrial age. So for me, I believe that peace comes from a shared mission, a shared purpose, a shared legacy, where we all realize we can be leaders and stewards. And part of the solution is go stay shared. We can, through our actions, through our voice, through our beliefs, we can create a brighter future today. And the reason I have devoted my entire life to being on the journey with these absolutely brilliant human beings I'm blessed to walk the earth with, bringing forward Eden, is because we're taking something that around the entire world people hide, they bury the data, they burn and illegally dump the waste, thinking of it as a liability, and for a perspective shift, for everyone to see that actually we can regenerate our soil, our water, our land, and our communities through transforming what we once perceived as waste. Being able to remove the word waste from our vocabulary, look at the things that we dispose of today as compost to power a brighter future, I believe that is a key pathway to experiencing peace as a species.
Beautiful, beautiful. Wow, amazing. Okay, Jonathan, you're behind this tech. Just give us the journey of what Eden Energy Technology does for example, a banana peel or a bit of plastic, but no jargon. We need to understand what you're saying.
Well, that's one of my gifts. I guess I've been around this tech long enough, I can explain it as simply as possible. And once again, I'm the second generation inventor. I got to grow up with this technology in my life. And what this technology is, very simply, is a reverse engineering of Mother Nature. So oil is a natural construct. It's a combination of two of the world's most abundant elements, carbon and hydrogen. You bond those together, you create a hydrocarbon, right? That's all oil is. Now, oil is filled, that comes out of the ground with bad actors, heavy metals, dioxins, all these really bad chemicals that pollute our air. What we have figured out is that by using water, the key element to our entire process, we're able to actually cleanse the waste of all these bad contaminants. And using water, the water molecule splits, and the hydrogen molecules, they become the reaction. They break down waste down at the molecular level. Now, we all remember high school chemistry. Sugar, C6H12O6, right? 6 carbon
Hold on,
molecules.
I said no jargon.
That's not jargon. I'm talking about sugar, what we're all eating. Come on now. But what we're able to do is we're able to free those chemical bonds and just have the carbon left over, remove the oxygens. So we're able to break down everything at once. So whereas incineration and pyrolysis, you can't have water, water is the magic. Water is the key. It breaks everything down, allows you to have the cleanest burning fuels, the cleanest biochar on the market, organic liquid fertilizers, and water. The sustenance of life, exactly. There is no waste. There is no byproducts. It is a complete, full recycling system. Plastics, food waste, it doesn't matter. The system treats it the same exact way. Even chemical compounds that we all have come to know, such as glyphosate, which is comprised of carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and hydrogen. nothing dangerous in their own right. In fact, nitrogen and phosphorus, two of the most important molecules for plant growth, and carbon is the molecule of life. We're able to liberate all those compounds and turn one of the world's most pervasive pesticides into methane gas that is clean burning and carbon neutral, and yes, an organic liquid nitrogen phosphorus fertilizer, the world's most hazardous chemicals, into the solution for plant growth and energy. That's what the technology does. That's what separates it apart from everything else.
It really does deserve a round of applause. Amazing. Guzde, I'm going to come to you. We only have a minute left, but I do want to end this just in the spirit of our future generations. As a father of children, in 30 seconds, how is this going to help my kids?
Okay, great question. Well, first, I would say your children are going to breathe cleaner air and drink from safer waters, but these are no-brainer. I would also say they're going to grow up in a world that is a lot healthier, that is more stable, that has a lot of opportunity, and actually a possibility of living in peace. What I believe is our children's future is shaped by the systems that we design today. So the time is now. That's why it's very important what we're doing.
Beautiful. Let's hear it for the Eden Energy Trio. Thank you all. We have run out of time. 10 minutes goes so quickly.
I want to say one more thing.
Go on, go for it.
I just want to remind everybody on this day, nothing is too broken to fix. We have hope.
Yeah, I agree. And you can see that in the passion of everybody watching here and you guys at home. Eden Energy, don't forget the name. They are going to be with us on the OMMM journey. We are going to be with you on your journey. We love you. Thank you for bringing such a disruptive, brilliant technology to the world. Thank you.
The solution to pollution is here, and Eden will be restored.
All right, bring Eden back to Earth. So Yogini Jema, I think we have now come to, dare I say it, the end of the OMMM section.
No, not at all.
Great. Just me.
Okay,
goodbye, guys.
No, we have lots more inspiring messengers of peace to come. I'd like to introduce first a video from Rebecca Irby, an educator, activist, and co-founder of PEAC Institute, a UN-recognized organization promoting peace through education, art, and culture. She leads Pause for Peace, a global concert series celebrating the International Day of Peace.
Welcome to Detroit. I'm Rebecca Irby, founding partner and president of PEAC Institute. Welcome to Pause for Peace, a global movement uniting voices, cultures, and generations through music and storytelling. On September 21st, the International Day of Peace, people everywhere will pause to reflect, to listen, and to remember what connects us all. We're creating a new tradition of peace, rooted in music, creativity, and the promise of our youth. Here in Detroit, we are proud to add our voices to this global chorus. Our young people remind us, peace is not passive, it's something we create together. And now, it is my great joy to introduce to you Grammy-nominated singer and actress Antonique Smith, Faith Evans in Notorious, Mimi and Rent on Broadway, CEO and co-founder of Climate Revival, official ambassador of Pause for Peace, and Sunday, the first National Day of Action for Clean Energy. She brings her artistry and activism to inspire us all. Today, she begins with Imagine, and then the Sunday anthem, Here Comes the Sun. Please help me welcome Antonique Smith.
Antonique Smith, the 2025 Earth Day Ambassador, is a Grammy-nominated singer, acclaimed actor, and devoted climate justice activist. Known for her breakout Broadway role in Rent and her portrayal of Faith Evans in Notorious, she has been called the voice of the movement by activist Bill McKibben. Antonique also serves as ambassador of Sunday and is co-founder and CEO of Climate Revival. Welcome, Antonique.
Thank you so much. Oh, 2 mics. Wait, I don't need one of these. Which one? This one? Times Square. How are you? Oh, I'm so happy to be here. What a beautiful day it is. It feels so crazy in the world right now. It feels like the world is on fire a little bit. And so we need peace. We need love. We need hope. We need joy. I imagine a world full of happy, healthy people. And I want you to imagine with me. Play the track. Music, please. Here we are. Nope. The other song. Wrong track, y'all. That's gonna be my second song. There we go. Imagine. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only skies. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope so. someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Oh, I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one, and the world will live as one, and the world will live as Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love New York. Thank you so much. I'm a very proud Jersey girl. I'm right there across the river. Jersey in the building, or Jersey in the streets. Thank you, OMMM, for having me. Michelle and Jarvis, I love y'all so much. Proud to be an OMMM ambassador. And I have some family today with me, my vocal coach, my vocal teachers, Dr. Riley and Linda Carroll, and their beautiful daughter, Jennifer, are all in the house to see me. I'm so grateful they're here from New Hampshire. And my best friend and co-founder of Climate Revival, which is my organization, Reb Yearwood, is here in the streets. Climate Revival, we've been mobilizing people of faith and people of color to fight climate change and fight for environmental justice, because the pollution that is in communities of color is the same pollution that's causing climate change. And that's a message we've been trying to share with people so that people can care about the earth, so that we can protect ourselves as well. Protect it, it protects us. Which led me to also be the ambassador of a new day called Sunday. Sunday happens to be tomorrow, and I would love to invite you all to come to Stuyvesant Square. We're having a solar festival. Sunday celebrates the beautiful sun and all the clean energy solutions. I'm going to sing the Sunday anthem. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, feels like years since it's been here. But here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, seems like years since it's been here. But here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Ooh, sun, 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 here it comes. the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. But here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, sun, sun. Here it comes. And it's all right. I love you so much. I believe that we can and will have peace on this earth. Love you. Thank you so much. Love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonique. Whew. And now let me welcome Janelle Moore.
Hello, New York City! Woo! So good to be here with all of you. So we've come now to the interactive part of the evening where we're all going to elevate together. As some of you know, we're awakening all over the planet. So it looks like we're separate from each other, but maybe not so much. So my name's Janelle Moore, and I'm here to introduce you to the work of Dr. and Master Jigang Shah. He's a Tao master, he's a world-renowned healer, and he has healed millions of people all around the planet. His work is based upon 5,000 years of ancient knowledge that Master Shah has revolutionized. So lucky today we have his top leading teacher here, Francisco Quintera, and he's going to lead us in an exercise that's going to help all of us elevate together. Master Shah's calligraphies that you're going to see on the screens here, they're actually not just works of art. They transmit very high frequencies. So when we do this together, we're all going to elevate together. So Francisco co-wrote a book, The Greatest Love, and he has also taught many people from all around the world and transformed their lives. So without further ado, please welcome Francisco to the stage.
Welcome everyone, and it's Peace Day, everyone. So I'm very happy, delighted to be here with all of you. So Master Shah's Wellness Center helps to create peace in our hearts, helps to bring healing, life transformation to people all over the world. Today we're going to do a sacred breathing practice, everyone. This breathing practice can help us to transform the negative field in our heart, to help bring peace into our heart. In Master Shah's teaching, if we want to have peace within, that helps to transform and create a world of love, peace, and harmony. He has devoted his life actually to create a world of love, peace, and harmony. And one of those tools that we use is the Tao calligraphy. So on the screen here, we have some Tao calligraphies. Each one carries a message of love, a message of peace, a message of harmony. The first one here is the greatest love. Greatest love melts all blockages. It's unconditional love. We all want to develop that quality. So we're going to do a breathing practice, everyone. I'm going to guide you to breathe in. Life is to breathe in, breathe out. So I'm going to guide you to take a nice deep breath into your heart. And when we breathe out, we are going to chant together, greatest love. And you could follow along with me. So you could sit up straight or you could stand. Put one hand over your abdomen, the other hand over your heart. Focus on one thing of your life that you want to heal. Bring the light into your heart. Let the light shine in your heart. So you sit up straight, close your eyes if you're able to. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, greatest love. Greatest love shines light into your heart. Focus on your heart. Again, inhale. Exhale, greatest love. You visualize the light in your heart. Have peace in your heart. Again, inhale. Greatest love. Greatest love is the key for healing, for life transformation. Do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Greatest love. You visualize your whole body just shining bright light. Your heart radiates greatest love to humanity, to your family, to your friends. Inhale. Exhale. Greatest love. No, focus on your heart, everyone. Take a nice deep breath and let your heart expand, full of light. Inhale. Exhale. Greatest love. If you are sick, focus on that part of your body. Let the light shine. These Tao calligraphies radiate source healing art. It radiates light from source. Okay, take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Greatest love. Okay, visualize that your whole body is shining light, and your love is radiating out to everyone here in New York, everyone around the world. Inhale. Greatest love. Every cell in your body is radiating love. Just uplift the frequency of your heart. Uplift the frequency of New York. Inhale. Greatest love. Okay, take a nice deep breath. Notice how you feel. Okay, take another nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Greatest love. Okay, very good. Take a nice deep breath. Bring peace to your heart. When we have inner love, peace, and harmony, we can create outer love, peace, harmony. Dr. and Master Jigong Shah also has a nonprofit foundation, Love, Peace, Harmony Foundation. Our Love, Peace, Harmony Foundation coordinator is also here, and we're in the back in the booth. We could come over and meet us. Okay, take a nice deep breath. This time we're going to say the next Tao calligraphy is posted here on the side. This is the greatest forgiveness. The greatest forgiveness, the power of forgiveness is that it brings peace and inner joy. So when our heart is bothered, when our heart has blockages, we can have great difficulties in our life. But when we do the greatest forgiveness, you visualize that it's bringing peace to your heart, bringing peace to your relationships. You need forgiveness to heal, to transform your life. So this time, when we breathe in, breathe out, we are going to chant greatest forgiveness. Okay, keep your hands in your heart. If you do have sickness, put your hand over the area that needs healing. You could close your eyes if you're able to. This time we're going to breathe in and breathe out greatest forgiveness. Inhale. Greatest forgiveness. Okay, inhale. Breathe in forgiveness into your heart. Inhale. Greatest forgiveness. Next one, up on the stage is greatest compassion. Greatest compassion boosts energy, stamina, vitality, immunity. We need compassion to heal the world. Inhale. Greatest compassion. Next one is the greatest flourishing. Greatest flourishing is the resources to serve more. Next one is the greatest light. Da Guang Ming. Da Guang Ming. This is in Mandarin, it's Da Guang Ming. In English, it's the greatest light. The light heals. The light transforms. When we connect with this Tao calligraphy, it shines light into our soul, heart, mind, and body. We're healing the soul first. Okay, we're going to breathe in, breathe out. Greatest light. Inhale. Greatest light. Very good. Inhale. Greatest light. Very good. Inhale. Let that light into your heart and soul. Inhale. Greatest light. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Greatest light. You need light to heal. You need light to bless your life. You need light to have success in every part of your life. Okay, continue. Inhale. Greatest light. Let the light shine in your heart and soul. Inhale. Greatest light. The Tao calligraphy connects with source. It's the light from the source, the light from our spiritual fathers and mothers. Okay, again, inhale. Greatest light. Notice how you are feeling. Just let your heart open. Feel the light. Okay, again, inhale. Greatest light. Inhale. Greatest light. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Greatest light. Breathe very deeply. Inhale. Greatest light. Just let the light, head to toe, skin to bone. Your whole body is just full of light. Greatest light, very, very powerful for healing. Inhale. Exhale. Greatest light.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So everyone, you could find us out here. We'll be here on the booth on the left-hand side, sharing the love, sharing the light. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And now it is my heart's joy to welcome one of the great inspirers in my life and many, many more. Sister Dr. Jenna, a spiritual mentor, author, and founder of the Brahma Kumaris Meditation Museum in Maryland, a renowned speaker and media personality celebrated for her work in empowerment and transformation. She received the President's Lifetime National Community Service Award and is part of the Evolutionary Leaders Circle and has collaborated with the Oprah Winfrey Network to bridge spiritual and cultural divides. Thank you and welcome, Sister Dr. Jenna.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Times Square. Om Shanti to the world at large. Let's take a moment and try to find that space within our spirits, within the soul, where your inner silence and your peace and your power resides. So here we are at Times Square to create a moment of silence and stillness and peace. And I'm going to do an experiment with you. I'm going to invite you to turn your attention inwards just for a minute. And to get used to the silence that you are and the peace that you are. And to get used to the stillness that you were born with. And the beauty of your inner power. It is already in you. I'm inviting you to experiment with me. When Mia and her friends came on the stage, the whole audience became sweet because of the power of their purity and innocence. When Eden came on and talked about the importance of recycling waste, every time you find your peace, every time you take a moment to be still, and every time you choose to change thoughts that are useless, thoughts that are waste, every time you change wasteful thoughts into thoughts of peace, you're recycling your spirit. And I know that sometimes when we think about peace for the world, it might seem bigger than us, but I ask you to feel the peace within you. Can you be committed to creating peace with the people that you live with? Are you willing to commit to creating peace with the people you live with? That means they should be happy with you. And you should be happy with them. Your peace is looking at me, and my peace is inviting you to practice experiencing it more and more. So let's take a moment, go inside once again, and be aware that the innate original power of your inner spirit is so still. And it's so pure. And it's so powerful. And when you start to tune into that peace, you're contributing to a world of harmony. the sisters here of the Brahma Kumaris. We will sit with you for a few seconds of stillness as the world revolves around us, and feel the original religion and nature of the soul. Today we've heard from so many wonderful speakers. Everybody wants to make a positive change in the world. And it's so good that we're starting with ourselves first. So as we move along in our lives, let's see if we can keep taking minutes, moments, seconds of peace everywhere we go. It is such a great power. It is such a great power. To feel your peace and to become that peace. I'd like to take this moment now to invite my very dear friends, intuitive musicians from Switzerland, Dust of Soul, as they perform the Om Shanti, I Am Peace song in a frequency that is of a meditative frequency. Michael will play the piano and Saskia will guide us into a song of peace. And I'm going to invite you to see if you're going to feel the frequency of these two. Please welcome Dust of Soul on the stage. Give a big hand of applause to Dust of Soul, Saskia and Michael, as they perform the Om Shanti peace song on and for the International Day for Peace. Saskia?
Thank you so much for introducing us in that beautiful way. I am Saskia, a singing psychic medium. I channel music from the divine. This is not improvisation, this is channeled in the moment right now. Michael is a piano medium from Dust of Soul, and his piano is tuned in to healing frequency 432 hertz. My story with music is special. We use music as healing. When I was 29, I had a brain stroke and my left side was paralyzed. So I couldn't speak, I couldn't sing, I could not walk anymore. So in the hospital, I was asking myself why I don't follow my heart, why I don't listen to my inner voice. So I started to sing and I healed myself through soul and frequency music from the brain stroke, and I'm still here with you. So thank you so much. So I want to show you today how strong frequency music is. Frequency music is the future of the music. The music business is not dead. The music business is about to change. When we use frequency, we can heal ourselves from cancer. We can heal ourselves from brain strokes, Alzheimer. Everything has a frequency. So use frequency from a good source and bring abundance into your life. Bring peace into your life. So today, the piano is in the healing frequency of peace. Just close your eyes and just go with me on this journey, on your soul song journey with Dust of Soul, and feel the power of my voice and of frequency music. And I really hope you will listen to frequency music in your life. Make that experience. It has the same effect in the brain as psychedelics, but you get not addicted to it. Use frequency music for your healing, for your frequency, and just be grateful. Michael, are you ready for this? Are you ready, Sister Jenna? Yes. promise me that you believe in yourself, that you never give up, and that you follow your heart. Even when it looks so dark, just follow your inner light. I can promise you there is a solution and a way for everything. I am proud of you that you are here today. I am proud of you that you go with your heart. And we wish you all the best for your journey and for your beautiful life.
Thank you so much, Dust of Soul. Thanks to all the organizers and all the souls that have participated. And I think on behalf of all of us of the Brahma Kumaris, it is our invitation to you, be still. Find your way through your life. Capture moments of peace. We can change the world. Om Shanti, everyone. Have a lovely day.
Thank you, Sister Jenna. Thank you. Om Shanti. And now, as we close this Om presentation, let us remember one simple truth. When we live in peace inwardly, we naturally bring peace outwardly. And in doing so, we become part of the solution, leaders, healers, and change makers in a world that needs us. Let us remember the message that peace starts within. And now I invite each of you to carry this peace forward. Let it guide your steps, your words, and your actions. Because when peace begins within, it does not end there. It expands and it transforms the world. Om. Thank you.